Mark, thank you very much. You know, for a long time now, the coronavirus has moved medicine online and prevented many people from even thinking about going into the hospital or the clinic. Well, tonight we're going to tell you about a program which helped a reluctant pregnant mother overcome her fears, and it ended up saving the life of her child. KWWL reporter Ashley Neighbor has the story.
Waterloo Mother Amanda Ramthun was pregnant with her second child. Her and her husband Garrett were excited to expand their family, but little did they know it would happen amid a public health crisis.
Our first pregnancy, we didn't have any complications. Everything was smooth sailing. She went full term, actually overdue, and so I guess we just assumed that this time it would be the same.
But baby Everett, born premature, gave his parents a serious scare.
Went in for my 36-week appointment, just routine, and everything looked great. The heartbeat was good. We actually even had an ultrasound that day, and he was measuring right on track. And then the next day, I noticed that he wasn't moving as much as he normally was.
Amanda had learned to track fetal movements through the Count the Kicks program. Barbara Wino is an OBGYN at the Waverly Health Clinic where Everett was born.
Every baby has a little bit different activity pattern, and all babies are awake for a certain amount of time and then they sleep. On average, it's about 20 minutes awake, 20 minutes asleep.
The program started in 2007 after 5 Des Moines area moms lost their baby girls to stillbirth, says Executive Director Emily Price.
The change in fetal movement is the earliest and sometimes only indication that there might be an issue with a pregnancy. And so what we want expectant moms to do is once a day sit down and have a kick counting session.
We ask them every time they come into their appointments, are you feeling the baby move? How often is the baby moving?
Accustomed to Everett's kicks, Amanda noticed the day after her ultrasound, the baby wasn't moving as much.
You're kind of going back and forth, like, am I overreacting? And I also didn't want to go into the clinic if I didn't need to, because I didn't want to be exposed to COVID if it was unnecessary. But I'm glad that I did call.
She said, you need to call Grandma and have her come watch Quinn so that you can come up because we're having a baby tonight. So I was pretty thrown off at first, but I was like, what's wrong? What's happening?
Baby Everett arrived 4 weeks early, delivered that night via emergency C-section. Doctors discovered his umbilical cord wrapped around his neck 3 times.
She said that's why he wasn't moving the way that he should be, and he wasn't getting the blood and the nutrients that he needed either.
Dr. Wino says the ultrasound doesn't catch everything, such as issues with the placenta.
I've had several times where mamas haven't felt their babies move for a few days, and I don't know if they just were scared to call or just felt they were being a bother to call, but no, please call us. We want to know that.
Since Count the Kicks began in Iowa, stillbirths have dropped 32%, while U.S. rates remain stagnant.
So we know Count the Kicks is working in Iowa. Everett is just one of many examples.
Dr. Wino says the risk of stillbirths is still less than 1%, but it's especially important for African-American mothers who are twice as likely to experience a stillbirth.
Within that 32% reduction of stillbirth here in Iowa in the past decade, in the first 5 years, the African-American stillbirth rate went down 39%.
Everett, a happy, healthy little boy, is home with his family, all thanks to his mom's intuition.
I didn't want to go in because I didn't want to be exposed if I was overreacting or if I really didn't need to, but the outcome could have been very different if I didn't.
Dr. Wino says counting your kicks should start as soon as 28 weeks or 26 weeks if you're high risk. Looking for 10 kicks in 2 hours. There's even a free app. Reporting in Cedar Rapids, Ashley Neighbor, News 7 KWWL.
Ashley, thanks so much. What an amazing story for the family. And so far, get this, 110,000 expectant mothers have already used the Kicks app. And by the way, it also helped alert an expecting mother in Alabama that something was wrong with her pregnancy. But now she and her baby are also, like Amanda, doing well.